Hello YouTubers. Today's video is about finishing up a large part of the interior on the 68. It's been a long time coming, trying to pull this car together from my first videos in the beginning of the series on this car, which was redoing the fenders, welding in patch panels, then painting those panels, rehanging them on the car, fixing the hood, putting the emblems in, lining up the hood, lining up the panels, then to some of the chrome pieces or trim pieces that were on the car, now to the interior, and finally to this video, which has to do with the carpeting, and then working on the other pieces of the dashboard minus the gauges, because I did a series of work on the gauges too, but this is the actual look and feel of the dashboard, painting the dashboard, and then working on the lettering of the dashboard, the silver paintwork of the dashboard, which I will show you. And yeah, and then taking a look at the overall car now that it's done up to the point where I can get it. So hope you enjoy the videos. Well, here's where I'm at with replacing the carpeting. What you've missed is me taking out the carpeting, cleaning the inside of this passenger compartment, which basically meant removing some of the black tarred, who knows how long ago, material that was in the car on the floor, and just in certain sections, basically up where your feet go, under the driver's side and under the passenger footwells. There was some of that material. There's a little bit stuck there right now down there. I didn't get it off because it basically wasn't flaking off very easily, so I'm like, I don't think that's going to harm anything, so I left it there. But underneath there was a little bit of rust, so I went and shot it with some black Rust-Oleum paint, and that's what you see. The passenger's footwell was the worst. No holes or anything like that, just a lot of surface rust. But I went ahead and just prepped it a little bit, and then, swept out the inside here, and this is what I was left with. So now all there's to do is to actually put down the carpeting. Now the new carpeting I like quite a bit. This is ACC custom auto carpeting or whatever it was. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the carpeting. It already comes pre-molded, and I got my carpeting with the additional backing that they charge you like $60–70 extra to put this backing on, but it really makes the carpeting very thick, and it holds the molding that they did from the factory. And then I also took the opportunity to clean up some of the panels. There was some rust in these things, so I cleaned them up and painted them and fixed some of the inside panels that were in here that needed some work surrounding the convertible top mechanism. And of course I redid the seats. So I still have the seats sitting back here ready to go in there, but I got to get started on the carpeting first. And then I have left over the carpeting that was in there, and this stuff really is cheap. I mean, it was in there ever since I've owned this car, and I finally just took it out. It was just pretty much garbage stuff with no backing on it. There was some some kind of material, backing material that they put down first that was kind of like a glorified, I don't know what to call it. Basically, I can show you this stuff right here. I don't know what it is really. Some kind of jute. Not a big fan of it. Here's some of that stuff that I took out of the car. As you can see, it just crumbles apart. That was in the footwell. It's just, it's junk. So it's gone. And there is who I got the carpet from. Auto Custom Carpet. So pretty decent stuff. I like it. And so that just gives you an indication of what, it was like in here before I cleaned it up and painted it. Now it's looking pretty good. The floors were good and solid anyways, but I'm going to go ahead and start laying in the carpeting. So let me get set up for that. So I'll just quickly recover what I'm doing here. Basically, this is the
The carpeting comes in two pieces. This is the rear piece. So I'm setting in where basically the passengers in the back seat footwell is, just cutting it to go around the different panels that are in the back, and then cut around. I've already cut around. You can see in the center of the screen where the shifter goes. I've cut around that. Later, I'll remove the shifter and I'll start working on the front of the thing. And while I have the shifter out, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up because it was a little bit rusty. The main body of the shifter was fine. The shifting rod is chromed and everything, and but there were some pieces that needed a little bit of attention, be cleaned up, knock the rust off. I also replaced um, the neutral indicator somehow during this process. I don't know if I bumped it or hit it or somehow it ended up getting broke, so I had to replace that. And fortunately, they had them in stock, so I was able to do that and get that shifter back in top-notch condition. So you'll see me as I go through the different pieces here. Now I've got the front piece of carpeting in. I'm just finishing again, cutting around the shifter. Then I'll be up under the footwell. Then it'll be a matter of trimming the carpet around the kick panels, and then, doing the door sills, and then finally putting the console and everything else back in to get the lay of the carpet done.
Well, I've decided to take care of a few items that, since I'm here and I got things apart, I'm going to take care of. One was I removed the metal piece that was on top of here, and I'm out painting it. Now, here's the other side. It hasn't been done yet. And as you can see, it's a part you really don't see a lot when the top's down because the convertible top covers it up. But since it's off here, this metal piece I'm going to clean up and repaint. And then I've cleaned this top sill up on at least this side. And another area that I'm going to go after is the dashboard, especially where the keys have been riding on here. The dashboard's got some nicks in it and whatever on that painted surface down below the plastic. So I'm going to come in here and mask everything off and then just shoot it with some black paint. And, slowly but surely putting the interior back together, got the shifter back on. So just got to put the console on. I'm debating on whether or not shooting the console with some vinyl paint to give it a little restoration itself. But yeah, as soon as I get done with the convertible top pieces here, I'll be moving on to that. Well, I wanted to bring you an update on what the car looks like right now. I put the console in. I also put the back seats in. They got the floor mats on them right now. I have to apologize for the lighting. The sun came out right now. So, yeah, I'm ready for the seats. Now, I didn't get the front seats upholstered because I have to wait at least 5 months for the new upholstery to come in. They're on back order with PUI. So anyways, I'll put the seats back in here. The back's done, but not the front. So let's see how it looks. Well, I got the rest of the interior in the car now. Now remember, the backs or the front seats here have not been redone, so there's still some problems with them. This one's got a rip here, the other front one's got a rip in it, but outside of that, the new carpet's in here. It's looking really nice. I'm happy with the floor mats and the dashboard that I painted, and I'm going to spend a little more time with a silver paint pen, and I'm going to touch up these areas where the silver paint is either missing or it doesn't look quite right, and give that dashboard more of a finished look. But yeah, it's looking pretty decent, and I'm happy with it. There's still always more that you can do. You never run out of things that you can do with it. But I'd have to say, so far it's coming out pretty good. You know, costs a little bit of money. There's the other rip and time, but you know, I think it really adds to the experience now to have a decent looking interior. Still things I got to do. There's some, this side has really bad trim piece on it right here. It's really the worst looking one, so I had to buy it as a pair. So the other side isn't like that, so I may or may not do that one when I do this, but little things like that are it. And you know, this was the paint job that I had worked on the car before with, getting it to look decent and look the way that I want. So I'm pretty happy with it. And I did put new tires on it. Actually blew all the other ones out because they were over, I don't know, 10-15 years old. There's the new exhaust system with the trumpet exhaust on it, so I got that going on. Yeah, a lot of little things that I've been doing to it are really, you know, they start adding up and really changing the car. So, well, here's how the silver painting come out. I was able to, you know, touch up the outside rim here around the different gauges, highlight the lettering on the dashboard, do all the different spots in here, clean up my heater controls, make it look a lot better than it used to look, and just go through every one of these gauges, including around the glove box, and I'm pretty happy with it now. So there you go. Hope that oh yeah, and the only other thing I was going to show you was I use these paint pens. So I got this one from, I don't know if it was Inline Tube, it might have been them. Inline Tube, this chrome type of paint pen, and then just another one that I think I picked up at like Walmart or something like that, just a black painter stick, just to go over anything that I hit with the silver that I wanted to get covered with the black again, or you know, any parts that just got, you know, a little dinged up through time. So there you have it. All right, guys, well, that's the video I have for the wrap up of the interior. As I do more, if I do something worth you know, letting you know about, I'll do that. But I just wanted to remind you to comment down in the comments on anything that you've done or you want to do or you want to see me do, and you know, we'll I'll take that into consideration. So you know, I hope you like the video. If you do, please remember to subscribe and like, and share with anybody that you think would get something out of these videos. So that's it, guys. Till next time. Ciao.